Welcome back to the podcast, the Yappin Pod, episode number 19. How you doing? How's life?
Bro.
I feel like I ask you that every time.
Depressing, but also optimistic.
Before we start, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate all the love and support. Make sure you head over to the Spotify to listen to the podcast.
You know what?
But,
I'll say optimistically depressed.
Whoa, I've never heard anyone say that before. Optimistically depressed. Okay, people are probably like, why? But we're going to get into that right now. So, last episode we talked, last episode we didn't do our predictions. That was one before.
Yeah.
If you guys watched that, you guys seen our predictions. And wow, were we wrong about a couple? We're just going to get started right away.
I was wrong by a lot.
First game, Chargers, Texans. What happened? Chargers super fan on Jay Plaza.
Bro, okay, this was coming into this matchup, I thought it was going to be evenly matched. And I was rewatching the episode. I was listening to it, and I had said, like, I'm not underestimating the Texans at all. I don't think the Chargers underestimated the Texans at all. I think it was a terrible performance by everyone. I think the only one that can be excluded from that is Ladd McConkey, and he's the future of our organization. He's looking great. Other than that, everything else just kind of crumbled. At the beginning of the game, it was, a good game. Kind of really good defense. But you could tell from the beginning we couldn't figure out offensively what to do, how to get the ball into these guys and move the sticks forward, and keep moving forward. We just kept getting stumped. Justin Herbert kept getting stumped. But it just seemed like the Texans, like CJ Stroud, just figured it out quicker than us. He used his two best weapons, which was Mixon and Nico Collins, and he just, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to use your weapons, and those were his weapons, and he utilized them correctly. And I feel like our defense, those were the two people that we needed to really be on top of, and it just seemed like those are his two number one people. They're gonna run the ball. It's Joe Mixon, and they're gonna try to get the ball to Nico Collins. Those are the two things that you need to have locked down, and it just seemed like our defense didn't do that. Like I said, at the beginning it was good, but then like just towards the end, like middle to the end of the game, it just kind of like crumbled. And then for the offense, it was just god awful. Justin Herbert's worst performance I've ever seen. I don't think it can get much worse for him. I really don't think it's going to get worse for him. I think this is going to be a wake-up call for him, and it's going to be like, you literally can't get worse than that ever again. I hope. If you get worse than that, then, they're probably going to get rid of him, but...
What was his worst game of his year?
Yeah, it was the worst game of the year. He had 4 interceptions, and it was crazy because the whole season he didn't even have 4 interceptions. So it's just one of those things where it happens, you go the whole season playing good, you're due for a bad game at some point. It's like, it's unfortunate that it happened in the playoffs. But you know what? It is what it is, and I was very depressed, but I was also very optimistic because this was Jim Harbaugh's first year. He turned a 5-12 team to 11-6 team. Took us to the playoffs. Like y'all saw, we didn't win, but at least we got there. With literally pretty much bum ass receivers except for Ladd McConkey, and it's crazy because Ladd McConkey is a rookie. And honestly, our running backs were all, J.K. Dobbins got hurt towards the end of the season, so it just felt like we really had nobody on the offense. It really felt like that, but that's kind of we knew this was going to happen because we knew getting Jim Harbaugh was going to be a hefty price tag. This next year, though, we're one of, the top 2 teams with the biggest salary cap, or like salary space. So we're hoping to get a high end receiver. And then I guess whatever other changes there needs to be made. I mean, I can see a lot of things, but we'll see what really happens. You know what I mean? So, and then we also have the draft. So hopefully we can. Yeah, it's a lot. It's just the way yeah, it's a lot to unpack. It's a lot that happened, but when I mean, it's really gonna fall primarily on Justin Herbert. Because he's the leader of the group offensive, you know what I mean? Like he's the one who has to go out there and make something happen on the offense. I mean, he didn't run at all. He had 0 rushing yards. Like he didn't run at all. And that he usually runs a little bit, but it was just, I mean, he could have, I mean, there was
you can't put it all on Justin Herbert. I have a lot I want to say about this game that you didn't get to some of it, but obviously it was his worst game of his season, possibly his career. You guys started out very strong. Like, boom, you guys running the ball up the middle, 10-yard run, 12-yard pass, 10-yard run, 12-yard pass. And they were playing shitty. You guys got the fumble recovery, their first throw. I was surprised that they decided to. I was surprised that they were throwing the ball like a lot more than I thought. Thought they were going to give it to Mixon, let him run the ball, but no, they were throwing the ball a lot on the quick passes because you guys are playing a drop back zone. So they found the holes. They were getting the quick passes for first downs. What was it like? It was like 6-3 after the first quarter. It was like 10-6 after the second quarter. Like really low scoring game, and then all of a sudden they took the momentum. Remember that pass by the C.J. Stroud when the ball was like flying backwards, so it bouncing like a basketball. He picked it up and threw it for like 30.
Oh yeah.
Boom! Momentum changed. Everything after that went their way. They got the block punt. They got the pass to McConkey where it was like a little over him, and then the defender was happened to be right there. Mm-hmm. And then when Disley hit his hands, bounced straight into fucking Stingley's chest. I mean, some of that you can't. I mean, some of that's got to fall on Herbert's, but I don't think it was a disappointing year. You guys weren't expected to even make it this far. I don't think by most people.
Exactly.
I think it was very quiet as well. I thought he was going to play a bigger role, but yeah, I mean, they literally Nico and Mixon, like you said, controlled the game, man, and like because that's all they had on offense.
Yeah.
Take them out, they're nothing. Nico and Joe Mixon just went off. But yeah, I mean, you said everything right, you know. It's interesting to see what happens. I don't think there's going to be any major changes though.
Yeah.
Like no one's getting fired, you know.
Oh no, of course not. We just paid Jim Harbaugh.
A rookie, right? Or a second year.
I don't know. I don't want him at all, bro. Just he's a wide receiver 3 at best. Okay.
I don't think
this dude.
Actually, he's a first-round pick, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
From where?
I don't know, but he. I think.
He's like Tony for
I just can't. I can't with him, bro. He pisses me off. Just looking at his fucking face pisses me off, bro.
McConkey was like literally the only receiver doing anything. That by the way, that touchdown that he had late in the third or whatever. That was a crazy play. He's so undersized too, but he plays like a big man.
He has a very good speed and he has very good hands. But his best is playing in the slot, and I hope that we can find another receiver this offseason who can complement that. Who can complement McConkey, like, you know what I mean? Honestly, just anybody other than fucking Quentin Johnston, please, on the roster. I think we're going to draft. I'm assuming we're going to draft in the first round, probably a tight end. But, like, there's so many changes on every side of the ball.
You think you need a tight end more than a receiver?
I think we're going to go out and get a receiver, like pay for one. Like, I think we're going to try to get, because there's quite a few receivers that we could possibly get.
Let's talk about that. Who?
I mean, it was rumored. I think the number one rumor is T. Higgins, and it keeps coming back to T. Higgins. That's one. Tyreek Hill was another one that was circulating. Tyreek Hill actually reposted on his Snapchat, and he put like the little eyes, like the little eyeballs, So he kind of liked the idea, possibly.
Those are both pretty good fits for you guys, though.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they play. Neither of them play the slot, so McConkey can still play in the slot.
Right.
I guess Tyreek plays kind of a lot of different shit, but different receivers though. Like they play completely different.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard Devontae, possibly I guess maybe if Aaron Rodgers decides to stay, I think Garrett Wilson that said that he wants out of the Jets if Aaron Rodgers stays. So, I mean, maybe Garrett Wilson. I don't really know who they all want, who is all going to be available at the top of my head, but those are some of the few.
He's going to stay there. Obviously, Tyreek's already requested a trade, but I don't think you guys can really rely on someone deciding to go to you guys. You guys need to take it into your own hands. And if there's a good enough receiver available, I don't know who's available in the draft this year. It depends on your pick, obviously. Maybe you guys will trade up. And then offensive line, maybe get an offensive lineman in the first round again. It's not bad to have a great offensive line. That helps everything, Or maybe get a running back, It's got to be someone on the offense, I think, though. I'd be surprised if you get like a D lineman or something in the first round. It's got to be it's got to be an offensive guy, right?
Well, we're also gonna need D lineman because Joey Bosa's contract done, Khalil Mack's contract done. Khalil Mack is actually possibly thinking of retiring. So he says he's thinking about it. So
I think he needs to. He's been around forever.
He's been around for a long time. He's a great player, but I think since he restructured, pretty much took a pay cut last season to stay with us for one more year. They had a good run, but I don't know if re-signing him would be the best use of our money. You know what I mean? So I hope they're kind of stingy with it and they really try to get a bang for their buck kind of thing.
Bosa's just never lived up to the hype either. You've always heard of his name when he first came in the league. Oh, him and his brother are.
He was good. It's just his injuries.
I feel like he's just never been as good as his brother, and he always is injured.
Injuries. It's always that.
He's built perfectly for the position too. He's built perfect, but it's just never added up in the game time. But so you guys lose
those two guys.
What was the score?
32-12, I think.
Yeah. So season's over. That happened. Texans move on. We'll get to that later. Next game. Didn't get to watch this one, unfortunately. Saw the highlights. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry versus the Steelers. Kind of what I assumed was going to happen.
I didn't even watch that boring ass game.
Ravens just are good, man.
Boring ass game.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really to say much. Do you have anything to say? I mean, I feel like this is what kind of everyone expected to happen. There is some rumors going around of Mike Tomlin possibly leaving the Steelers. I feel like if you're the Steelers, you got to keep him around. Dude's still one of the best coaches. If you guys watch Hard Knocks, he's great with his words, Like you ever seen like a great motivator of life?
David Goggins.
Like David Goggins. Like they know how to use the word in an art, like in an art, where they switch your mindset in a way. I feel like that's like how Tomlin is, but I think he's got to stay, right? Like unless he decides himself to go, but
I feel like Mike Tomlin is the type of guy that is kind of like Max Crosby. Like you don't see them on any other team but that team. Like
he fits the city. He fits the team.
Yeah, he is the Steelers. Like that is him.
Without him, their identity is gone.
Yeah, like who are they?
Yeah,
it's kind of like that with Max Crosby. Like Max Crosby is so fitting for the Raiders. Like
Max Crosby is the Raiders.
He is the Raiders. That dude is the Raiders. Like, I cannot see him on the Chiefs. I cannot see him on the Chargers or the Jets or something like that. Like,
I'd welcome Max Crosby with open arms. If you're watching this, I'll hit up Andy. We'll take you. We'll take you. But I hate the Raiders, though.
Yeah. A lot of people hate the Raiders.
So, yeah, I mean, Ravens move on. Was that expected to you?
Yeah, I guessed that one. So
next up was...
Bills.
Bills Broncos. You didn't get to watch this one.
I watched it at the gym.
So I predicted on the pod. I predicted the Bills to win. Immediately after, I had a change of heart. Something was telling me that the Broncos had a chance, and I was completely dead wrong. I even convinced Andrea to choose the Broncos, and
he's a good convincer.
I don't even know what went wrong.
Okay, Luca.
Bills were just more physical.
Ran
the ball a lot, really effectively, and Josh Allen is him, man. Josh Allen is him. Did you see the highlights of this game?
I didn't see the highlights. I was at the gym, but I watched like parts of the game. But at first, before I left, we were watching a little bit of it, and like at the beginning, it was a pretty good game. It was like 10-7. Ooh. And then like they were both kind of going back and forth, you know. It seemed like the Bills were kind of like struggling to figure it out, but then they like really got the hang of it.
So, yeah, Bills move on, Ravens move on, Texans move on. So we got the number 1 seed, number 2, number 3, number 4, and the AFC moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we start with the NFC. We have Eagles, Packers. This was a really highly anticipated game. I picked the Eagles to win.
Me too.
People were trying to convince me, Green Bay has a shot. Green Bay has a chance. Jordan Love looked like he folded under pressure, you know. It looked like he wasn't ready for the moment. There's a lot to unpack here because the Eagles were so fucking physical in this game. Like the Packers, their best offensive lineman got hurt. Their top 2 receivers got hurt. And then someone else got hurt. Another offensive lineman got hurt. They had 4 injuries in the game with some of their top offensive people. But Eagles their offense did not look good to me in this game. The Eagles did not look good to me offensively in this game. Saquon did his thing, but there's a lot of talk going on now. Is Jalen Hurts good enough to win a Super Bowl? And one pass to A.J. Brown just isn't enough, man. Dude was so fucking bored out there. He started reading a book in the fucking bench. Inner Excellence. I heard that the sales are through the roof right now on that book.
Really?
Inner Excellence. So if you guys out there need to work on your inner excellence like A.J. Brown does in the middle of the game, then buy that book.
Yeah.
But Josh Jacobs seemed like the only one on the Packers that actually cared about winning this game. What did you think, though?
Yeah, I had predicted the Eagles as well. Yeah, I had told you too. I was like, I forgot about Josh Jacobs at the previous podcast, and I was like, I think he'll do some.
He's a little bulldog, bro.
He did good.
He's a small little bulldog.
He was like you said, he was the only one that showed up to play. He was playing with a lot of heart, and but also I will say this about the Packers. It seemed like everything just started off on the wrong foot there. Like I saw like immediately that very first play of the game.
Yeah.
Like
just got pounded.
Like it just like started off at the wrong foot, and like
Eagles were out to kill.
And it just seemed like it was like a domino effect. Like that first play started everything, and then like it just kind of like players started getting injured. It kind of like got into. I think it kind of got in their head. You know what I mean? Like a little bit.
When you're getting physically pounded, that's a mental burden that you have to get through. You know.
Well, not just that person that got pounded, but like I just mean the team. Like
the team was getting pounded.
Like, oh, chill. What?
Well, you just told me to chill. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm a chill little hot pepper.
Chill. Hot pepper, bro. You're not funny. Let me talk, bro. You never let me talk. You never let me finish. Who do I sound like?
So anyway,
Nah, he trying to get choked out, bro. For real. He trying to die tonight.
That's live on the pod. So basically what you're saying is they
just got inside their head. I wouldn't say it's bad luck, but it's just kind of like the vibes didn't start right. You know what I mean? Like when a team is energized and they're hyped and they stay hyped, it just seems like that follows through. everybody feeds off of it, and it just kind of like, and it's the same thing with like kind of that bad energy or that bad mood. You know, you're not really feeling it. It kind of it wears off on your team. It just seemed like the Packers were there. I don't think they're a bad team. I just think that they just weren't there to that game. You know what I mean? They weren't there to play the game.
Go in a playoff game, and in a away playoff game, the quarterback is the one that sets the standard, that sets
the tone,
the tempo, sets the tone, and I don't think that he set that tone at all. A few bad interceptions. But yeah, I predicted the Eagles to win. They go on to the next round. After that was the Washington against
Commanders,
the Bucs game.
The Bucs, which was insane.
I saw a little bit of it. I think this was before the game started, I said this was going to be a good game, an evenly matched game, and it was the first really competitive game. Mike Evans was going off.
It was the best game. Well, actually, I don't know if tonight the Vikings-Rams might be the best game, but so far
that's some potential.
Yeah, so far the Commanders and Bucs have been the best game.
Baker plays his ass. I kind of feel bad for Baker. Like, I feel like he just plays his ass off. He's a great leader, undersized, doesn't have like the physical abilities like Lamar, Josh Allen, but he tries. He was the number one pick, as you know, and then like he literally got cut from his team, wasn't good enough. The whole media was saying he was one of the worst picks ever, and he comes back to a new team, went to the Panthers. That didn't work out. He comes to the Bucs and is now like rebuilding his career into a successful career, and like was almost going to be in the second round of the playoffs, but ultimately the Commanders win. Wow. So we get C.J. Stroud last year, rookie quarterback. No one saw this coming. Goes to the second round of the playoffs. Now we got Jayden Daniels, similar situation, rookie quarterback. Do you understand how hard it is as a rookie quarterback to win a playoff game?
Yeah, it's hard.
He was away too. It wasn't in his home stadium.
Right.
That shit's hard to do.
It is hard.
And against a really good Bucs team with Mike Evans, Vita Vea, your favorite player, with Levante David. Like, bro, when I watch Jayden Daniels play, it just looks like Lamar Jackson. Everyone says it, but he has no like fear. I feel like he could literally go into Detroit and win that game. We'll get into that here soon, but what did you think? And did you see the kick to win it?
Yeah, it was a doinker. Bro. Insane. But the crazy part, I don't know if you saw this, but Jayden Daniels' reaction to the win. Did you see it?
Yeah,
he was so nonchalant. Dude was chill. He didn't celebrate.
I think he was trying to stay down here in case he missed. He had to keep his emotions level, because if he missed the kick, then would have gone into overtime and he would have to like go out and play again.
Right.
But you're right.
Yeah.
He was feeling nonchalant.
Yeah, I think he's a bright young man. I love seeing this for the Commanders. I think it's great for them. I'm happy for them. I like teams like that they haven't won or gone to the playoffs in so long. Just the whole story that the Commanders have with Jayden Daniels is amazing, and Jayden Daniels plays so good. I think if he gains a little bit of like muscle mass, I think he would definitely be very dangerous. I think he would be a copy paste of pretty much Lamar Jackson.
I feel like it already like.
He just needs a little more muscle.
Is he skinnier than Lamar?
Oh yeah.
Not a lot though. Like Lamar's pretty skinny too.
Lamar is buff. What do you mean? Like he's Lamar's strong. Yeah, he is. He's not. Yeah, he is.
That's why whenever he's not buff.
Bruh.
Lamar's buff?
I mean, he's like he has big arms and stuff.
He's definitely skinnier, but I don't think it's by a lot.
I'm gonna look up Lamar. You're tripping.
By the way, I want to start a petition. I want to bring back the Redskins.
Can you move this?
Damn. First you tell me to chill, and now you tell me to move my leg.
Yeah, because you're like all the way over here. I'm like,
this in, so.
I mean, move.
Holy shit.
Damn, bruh. Bruh. Seriously, Jaden, stop. You're seriously like pushing my limit. Seriously.
So can we bring back the Redskins? Can we bring a petition?
No, bro. We're not bringing back the fucking
What's wrong with the Redskins?
Everything. Okay, bro. He's saying dude is not buff, bro.
Check his weight.
What is the weight?
That's not buff. His arms are small as fuck.
Bro, what do you mean? Okay, I'm going to compare this to Jayden.
Check his weight.
Why do I have to check his weight?
Because let's see how much they weigh.
Okay.
Here, you check Lamar. I'll check Jaden.
Okay.
All right, we'll see who's right and who's wrong.
It says
why does it matter though? Like
205 pounds.
205 for Lamar?
Yeah. You're the one that said the weight.
Because what do you mean? Like who's bigger? Who's lighter? Oh, it's height. He's 210, so he's heavier than Lamar.
But he's taller. He's 6'4".
Who?
Jaden.
How much does Lamar weigh?
205. But he's
205?
he's also shorter. Oh no, it says right here 215.
Oh,
my bad. Look. Right here, it's 6'2", 215.
So they're basically the same size. Anyways.
But Jaden Daniels is 2 inches taller and 5 pounds lighter.
I didn't realize he was that tall.
6'4" is pretty tall.
6'4" is pretty tall. He doesn't look that tall on the field. So, and you picked the Commanders, right?
Bucks.
Well, I picked the Commanders. You picked the Bucks. Moving on, then that was it. Now we have the game tonight. That's gonna be a crazy one. Rams, Vikings. You picked the Rams, right?
Yeah, I picked the Rams, but I don't know. I'm just so 50-50.
You change it.
Vikings, Rams. I don't know.
What does your gut say?
Something's telling me Rams. Something is telling me Rams are gonna go to Detroit.
I feel like me and you kind of like have a spot in our heart for the Rams. Like if we weren't Chargers and Chiefs fans.
No, not really.
No? Who would you be a fan of?
You said the 49ers before, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it would still be the 49ers.
Yeah. For me, I like the Chargers. And I like the Raiders. Oh, thank God he's leaving. And I like the Bills.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Now that's where the shit goes
No,
down.
I'm kidding. I like a lot of teams. I feel like there's like more teams that I like than I dislike. Cause I like the Lions as well. I'm a big fan of Jameer. My boo.
What just happened there?
I love the Vikings. I love Jay Jettas. What?
What was that?
Chill out, bro.
Jameer.
No, I said.
Yo.
I didn't kiss. What the fuck? You're tripping.
Let's stay on course now. Let's not get hardy-eyed for players.
No, I'm saying that I like more teams than I dislike. So.
But back to the point.
Yes, but my last team that I would like would be the Chiefs. I'm just lying. No, he knows. My second favorite team is the Chiefs. Like I root for them when the Chargers are out, or like whenever I go to his family's house. Like I'll root for them. Like I'm not trying to be like a hater or anything.
By the way, guys, like this is her after the Chargers loss. Guys, I just want to make an announcement. I'm done watching sports. I'm done. I just want to be a normal woman. I just don't want to be a Chargers fan. I just why can't my team?
Okay, I didn't cry though. Chill out, bro.
I'm done with sports.
Okay, but you have to realize, y'all have to realize, bro, it's exhausting. Okay, like rooting for your team all season long. You're staying on all the updates, and then all that for them to fucking lose the way they lost. It's like it's so like it's a big ass headache.
I feel like it's especially with your two teams, Padres and Chargers. They like to get your hopes up.
They do. They're the type of team that you're like, oh my god, and we have all this talent, and we're like almost there, and then it's like, yeah, no.
Like both those teams, they show so many signs of like, oh my god, like this is a championship team, and then playoffs disappointment.
Well, the Padres didn't disappoint in the playoffs last year. I was very proud. They went to the second round. They played all 7 games. I think towards the end, yeah. Well, we already covered that, but it's just part of my franchises. I have to realize that because both of my franchises that I go for, they've never won championships. And I mean, I also don't want to be a bandwagon. I also don't want to be like, oh, I'm going to go for this team because I'm going to go for the Yankees because they have the most championships and the best history and the best players. But I also remember, too, that my team is for my baseball team is a much smaller market. So competing with the Dodgers and the Yankees is very hard because we don't have that much money like they do. So it's actually very impressive what we do compared to them based on how much money we make and stuff. So, but yeah, I was on the verge of just being like, you know what? I don't go for any sports team. I'm done with sports.
You went to the bathroom. We thought you were crying. Me and my mom.
No, I went to go take a shit.
Is she okay? Like, fuck.
No, I went to go take a dump.
You need to take a group hug and make sure she's good because you were real upset with that game.
Yeah, it was very upsetting, especially
you said it ruined your night.
It really did. It ruined kind of like those kind of things just set the tone for the night, set the tone for the weekend, and just ruined my weekend. It just kind of
okay.
Yeah, it was very depressing, I mean, I'm sure if the Chiefs would have lost like that too, you guys would have been super upset. I mean, you would have been happy you went to the playoffs, but you would have been bruh, you never want your team to lose like that, regardless of what team you are.
For sure, you would be upset. You're a passionate fan.
Right.
So moving on. Well, yeah, Rams, Vikings. It hasn't happened yet. Well, actually, we're kind of talking in the past right now because by the time this is uploaded, it will be done already. So everyone's gonna know. So we sound like fucking idiots right now. Moving on, second round. Most of the second round is set. But first round, no big surprises, honestly.
Not really.
For me, at least. There's not,
yeah, nothing
it's not
insane.
if the Broncos won, that would have been crazy. If the Steelers won, that would have been crazy. If the Packers won, I don't think, that would have been a little crazy. But
yeah, that would have, if they booted the Eagles, that would have been a little crazy.
No big shockers, to be honest. So second round, my team has the Texans. I didn't think this was going to happen. I thought we were going to play you guys or
Me too.
the Broncos. honestly didn't think we were going to play the Texans.
I wanted to play the Chiefs.
It doesn't scare me. We already played them this year. Obviously, I'm picking us. Patrick.
Unbiased?
Yeah, unbiased.
Okay.
If I wasn't a Chiefs fan, I would say Chiefs. I think that you guys made the Texans look better than they actually are.
Yeah.
You guys made them look great.
Yeah. They made themselves look great. We did not do anything.
They have a good D-line.
You didn't do shit. That was the problem. We didn't do shit.
No, we didn't do shit. That made them look great. You not doing shit made them look oh.
And our quarterback played like shit. I doubt Patrick Mahomes will have 4 interceptions.
Did you guys even sack Stroud the entire game?
Yeah, I think Bosa and Mac had a sack each.
Chris Jones ain't letting that shit happen. Ain't letting that shit slide. McDuffie's gonna lock down Nico Collins if that's the matchup. But they're definitely a challenge. We can't underlook them because we can lose to them if we do underestimate them. But I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm locking it in. I'm not doubting my team again like last year. Fuck that. I'm riding to the Chiefs till I die. What do you think about this game?
Yeah, Chiefs Texans. This is gonna
it's
be
a rematch, by the way.
This is gonna be a. Oh yeah.
We destroyed them earlier this year.
Oh yeah, but regular season and postseason are two different things. Yes, you can look at that, but you also don't want to look at it too much. I don't think it's gonna be the same deal. I think they got destroyed because they lost Tank Dell and it got in their head. They were struggling. It was a struggle season. They got a little bit of momentum, but I still think Chiefs will win this. I don't. There's no way I see the Chiefs losing to the Texans. I would be very surprised if the Texans win. If they're the team to boot the Chiefs, that
fucking crowd's gonna be out of their minds.
The crowd is gonna be insane. It's gonna be loud as fuck. The quarterback's not gonna be able to fucking hear shit. Chris Jones is gonna be crying for the national anthem, and he's gonna go fucking berserk. Nick Bolton's gonna come in like this and slam CJ, bro. Carl After's gonna be insane.
You're a Chiefs fan at heart. I can tell.
McDuffie's gonna be on an island with Nico, probably, most likely.
Who knows though? Because Nico's a lot bigger though.
That don't mean shit.
I will say this though.
I mean, it does, but a little.
D'Amico Ryans is a really good coach, so he's gonna have them ready to play.
He's gonna have them ready to play. I don't think, like I said, I think it will be a good game. I have a feeling it's gonna be a little bit back and forth, and then there's just gonna be a moment where Patrick just completely takes control, and he's like, nah, fuck. Like, probably like third quarter, and he's just like, nah, fuck this, and y'all just kind of go crazy.
27-20, you think? 27-17?
I have a feeling like what they did to us, you guys are going to do to them. Like a 32-12, 32-15, some shit like that. Yeah. Like, just at first, it's going to be like a good game. It's going to start off good, and then the Chiefs just kind of go crazy. Patrick Mahomes takes control like he always does. And, I mean, this is another thing. Like, playoff football just completely transforms quarterbacks and transform teams to super teams. So if, like, you know what I mean? Like, Chiefs were already winning a lot. It's like...
I like the way you think, baby girl.
But it's like... But it's like now it's playoffs, like everyone's gonna turn it up a notch, you know what I mean? So it's like I really don't see the Chiefs losing this one. I think they will win.
Let's put it on the board. On the board.
Locking it in, Chiefs.
Next up, Commanders at the Lions. Now this is where the
wait, but Vikings Rams haven't played yet, yeah, so
it still would be Commanders, no matter what happens.
Even if the Rams win,
because Commanders are the
I thought the Rams were a lowest seed.
No, Rams are the 4 seed.
Oh.
And Vikings are the 5. Commanders are the 6 or the 7.
Oh.
So Commanders Lions is locked in.
Okay.
So I think this is where the Commanders they get the real challenge, you know. Like
yeah.
You know, like you had a nice little game with the Bucks, but like this is where boys become men. This is where boys meet the men. That sounds weird. I'm no Diddy shit, by the way. I got the Lions winning. I don't.
Yeah.
Especially with Monty coming back. Don't forget Monty's coming back. He's been out for a minute.
Their defense
is gonna get some people back.
Yeah.
They've had some rest. They're gonna be ready to fucking go. Panay Sewell's gonna throw a fucking touchdown pass or something.
He's amazing. I love him.
Jared Goff's gonna like fake that he just hurt his ankle and then throw like a 90-yard touchdown pass. Like Dan Campbell's gonna be screaming his lungs out. I fucking love you guys.
You sound like a smoker.
4-15, and you guys do whatever it takes to win the game.
Oh my god!
When the warrior meets the war, he becomes. Say something.
Soldier.
That was so fucking stupid. Why did I say that? Anyways, I got the Lions winning.
Okay, locking it in. What's
home?
score?
Eminem's gonna be in a suite.
Slim Shady.
Score?
Yeah. What are you giving it? What are you feeling in your heart, in your gut? From deep within your balls, what do you feel?
31-14.
31-4. Wow.
Kind of a blowout.
So low-key a blowout. Yeah, honestly, I just think that Jaden Daniels won his first playoff game. I think that was a very big accomplishment for him, and like looking forward, he's gonna have a great future. But I think right here the Commanders are outmatched. I just think that the Lions have worked so hard year after year to lose to a Commanders team. They're not gonna let that happen. Their defense, yeah. I mean, what was that Thor's name? Anzalone. Yeah, that dude, yeah, he's insane, bro. He's gonna lock some people up.
Dan Campbell's gonna have them ready.
They're gonna be fucking ready.
2 weeks to prepare.
Yeah, they're gonna be ready. Jameer's gonna probably go off. He's gonna be insane. Amon-Ra is gonna go off. Like they just have such good chemistry. They're just gonna get this dub, bro. They're not gonna let the Commanders take this away from them. It'd be an insane.
Definitely the rookie of the year if he beats the Lions.
And it's just not in the script for the Lions to lose. So the Lions, I got the Lions winning. I think 35-14.
So bigger blowout than what I said.
Yeah. I think they're going to blow them out. Okay. I think they're going to break down their defense.
So we agree on that. So far we agree on everything. But next up, probably the fucking biggest matchup of the second round. Biggest game of...
Probably the best game.
This like fucking Iron Man versus like Thor, like
yeah, Superman versus Iron Man type shit.
MVP front runners and Bills versus the Ravens. Initial thoughts. I think I'd originally said the Ravens would win this. I didn't think the Bills were going to look that good against the Broncos, but they look great. I still think the Ravens are better, I think. But also, fuck, this is such a good game.
It's going to be such a good game.
These are the two, I mean, other than Patch, the two best quarterbacks by far. I mean, you could throw Joe Burrow in there too, but
yeah,
like
of all time or
really, this is
currently?
a hard one for me to predict. Cause
like current best quarterbacks oh yeah.
This is a hard one for me to predict because I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. Do you have any initial thoughts?
Yeah. So right here, okay. So I'm like you because it's like I think when you look at the roster, you're like Ravens immediately because they have a little. I think they got a little bit of more of an edge, but that don't mean shit. Especially with Josh Allen, you could tell that Josh Allen doesn't need elite around him because he is elite. But at the same time, on the other side of the ball is their defense. Now, if we go to toe-to-toe with each defense, I think Ravens' defense is a bit better. I still got the Ravens here. I know I love the Bills. I love Josh Allen. I think he's a great guy. I think they're going to battle it out. They're both wanting this playoff win. They both want to get into the Super Bowl. So it's just going to come down to who the fuck wants it more, honestly.
I think the Ravens, they have a better roster. We both agree on that.
They have a better running back, too. Derrick Henry is a beast.
They have the better running back. But I think the Ravens can win with Lamar having an average game. But for the Bills to win, I think Josh Allen has to have like an insane game. That's the only way I see the Bills winning if Josh Allen just goes off. That's what makes you think the Ravens are going to win because they don't need Lamar to go off for them to win. They can rely on Derrick Henry. Lamar can run a little bit. They can run on that good defense.
Mark Andrews.
Oh, it's gonna be in Buffalo. I didn't think about that.
Oh,
how's that edge then? I thought it was gonna be in Baltimore, but the Buffalo's number 2 seed.
Ooh,
that kind of makes it even more interesting though, because the Bills have a very good home field advantage, like crowd. That crowd is really involved. Fuck.
This is 50-50. I know this is so 50-50. Honestly,
that kind of evens it out, right?
I can't pick here.
Like if Baltimore was at home, I think they would win like pretty good. But now that it's in Buffalo, that kind of evens it out.
Low key though, like Josh Allen, I feel like he has better receivers than Lamar. Like I love Zay Flowers, and I think he's good, but I don't think he's great. He has a very bad drop problem, kind of like Quentin Johnson. Well, they were in the same draft class. We drafted Quentin Johnson, and they drafted Zay Flowers, like, after. So we could have had Zay Flowers, but anyways, beside the point, they have, like, this drop problem. Bateman, like, they're not scary, you know what I mean? I think the only scary one is really Mark Andrews. Maybe if they get Isaiah Likely in the mix.
Is he come back next year, or next week?
He should, yeah.
I think it's even on the... I think, yeah, the Bills might have the slight advantage because of Amari. But...
And Shakur.
Ravens by far the better. Oh, even the tight ends is close because
Kincaid
and Dawson Knox. Dude, this is a
good
fucking matchup.
Or is it Dawson?
Yeah, they have Dawson Knox and Kincaid, who are both pretty good.
And then they have
I think the Ravens have the edge though.
James
still.
Cook.
Fuck, man.
I don't know, bro. This is insane.
I feel like if you're a casual person would say Ravens, but I feel like me and you are not casuals. We're like really.
We really look, into all the details, coaching.
We gotta make a pick though.
I don't know.
Because initially I was saying Ravens, but the Bills got the home field advantage.
And they haven't played each other at all this season,
Bills do have an underrated defense too. They've been playing pretty good on defense. Yeah. They just don't have the big.
Here's the thing though, when the Bills lock in on their defense, they play phenomenal. But when they played you guys during the regular season and they locked in, they played great defense. I felt like against you guys.
Yeah.
But if they played that kind of defense that they played against the Kansas City Chiefs, I could see the Bills winning.
You know what? I'm just gonna stick to my gut. I'm gonna say Ravens, even though I could see it being Bills. I'm gonna still say the Ravens. I think that he's the MVP this year, and unless it's like snowy as fuck, which it could be because it's New York. If it's like a snowy game, or like I think Josh Allen and the Bills might win. But it's still hard, man. I don't know.
After taking everything into consideration, my gut has come to the conclusion that I think I know what the script wants, and I think the script wants a fucking Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes rematch here.
Bro, I totally thought you were gonna say Ravens.
I think it's gonna be the Bills, guys. I don't know.
Oh, shit, our first disagreement.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I do think. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens win. Obviously, they're phenomenal team, but I don't know. Something is telling me Josh Allen is coming for his. It's his year.
And that would be a better script with Bills Chiefs versus Ravens Chiefs because we have that history.
Yeah. And it's gonna be at Bills' home. Like Josh Allen is gonna want to win this for his crowd. So I'm gonna go Bills here. It's gonna be a good ass game.
If Josh Allen beats the Ravens and then let's say he beats us next week to get to the Super Bowl. Just that alone, how much that does to his legacy, bro. He lost Stephon Diggs. He lost Gabe Davis and just took his team to the Super Bowl. Like,
that's insane.
That would be script shit.
Yeah.
And I like Josh Allen. Like, I like Lamar, too. Like, I don't think they're cocky at all. They're both humble as fuck.
Yeah, they're both cool.
They're both cool guys. I think Lamar's kind of looks like a fucking weirdo. Like, kind of has a fucked up face. Sorry.
Lamar is insane.
Ashlyn, if you're watching, has a huge crush on Lamar.
Ooh, sorry.
Damn, I really thought you were gonna say Ravens. I was about to be like, caw.
Something was like I was going that way. Like my head was telling me Ravens, but my gut, like my stomach, is telling me the Bills. Like my head is saying like all things point to the Ravens because they have just slightly a better team, slightly. Not by much, but slightly.
Even the coaches are pretty even.
Yeah, McDermott and Harbaugh. But the only thing is that Harbaugh has a ring, so. But not with Lamar. But he has a ring with the Ravens, so.
This is such a good matchup, bro.
It's a great matchup.
Like, we're getting spoiled. We're getting in the second round because.
But you have to realize.
Teams can make the Super Bowl easily.
Yeah, you have to realize that both of these quarterbacks have just had very unlucky and sometimes bad like experiences in the playoffs where they're like one win away from going to the Super Bowl, or you know what I mean. So I feel like it's like one of them two quarterbacks, like they want it more than the other. And I just think considering everything that's happened this year, they're both playing great and stuff. I don't know. Just something's telling me. But I mean, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens win too. It's just gonna be a great game. We'll have to see. It's gonna be amazing.
So that leaves us with the Eagles, who are waiting the game tonight. Let's just assume that
we could do either or. Let's do both.
Vikings. Let's say it's Vikings, Eagles.
We'll do that first.
Vikings are one of those teams where I feel like they could beat anyone, but if they're on, they have to be on offense. You know, their defense is good. We all know their defense is good. That'd be an interesting game. The Vikings have a very explosive offense, two really elite receivers, good running back,
good tight end.
I need to see something from Sam Darnold tonight. See what he's made of, you know? Because we know Matthew Stafford's what he's gonna do, but we've never seen Sam Darnold play a playoff game. This is his first playoff game.
I was just about to say that.
The last game that he played, the whole world was watching. He knew that it was a primetime game, and he fucking flopped like a fish. So I want to, if he can live up to the pressure tonight and beat the Rams, that's going to give him a lot of confidence going into that Eagles game. But I'm going to still go Eagles if that matchup happens.
Vikings, Eagles. I'm still going Eagles. Still going Philly. I think Vikings have had a great run if they get to that point. But I just don't see Sam Darnold cooking against that Eagles defense. I'm sorry, I don't.
The Eagles defense is good.
It's something else. It's something that only an experienced quarterback can dissect.
I think
and can handle the pressure, because you could tell that Sam Darnold cannot handle pressure.
That's what I was gonna say. I think there's a script to beating them. Is you pressure Sam Darnold. And it's shown that
get in his face.
And I think the Eagles have the personnel to do that. On the other hand, if it's Rams Eagles, Matthew Stafford, I feel like is fearless. You know, That offense can put up numbers.
I think on the opposite on that he's the opposite of Sam Darnold. He's very experienced, very poised, very calm and collected, and he's kind of like that person that you wouldn't expect, like just kind of like that sleeper build, you know what I mean? Like that guy that you don't think plays basketball and all of a sudden he's like fucking good and he's dunking and shit. Like he's that guy. Like you don't think he's that great, but from the outside looking in, but when he gets in his zone, he's in his zone.
I think like the real NFL people know how good he is. But
yeah.
The thing that worries me is I feel like they have to put up a lot of points because I think their defense is questionable in my opinion. Their defense is questionable. The Rams did play the Eagles this season, and
I agree with that.
Saquon went for like 200 yards. That's what worries me here.
Yeah.
If the Rams had a better defense, I could see them, but I would still pick the Eagles.
I would still pick the Eagles as well. Whichever team they play, I think I'm still going Eagles.
Questionable too, but
I think Eagles Rams though would be just a bit of a better game because of the both offenses offenses that are great. Puka Nacua is insane, and they got Kyron Williams. Yeah, Kyron Williams and
tiny little man.
But he's elusive, he's But I think either way Eagles win that. Philly wins that.
Wow. So we got our predictions in. Actually that game is about to start right now. Rams, we got to end this soon cuz I want to watch it.
Yeah. And then I guess we'll wait until the next round to predict the next ones.
Friday, which we record our next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll know everything.
Yeah. And
then Chiefs will play Saturday. Yeah, I can't wait. NFL.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
And it's prime. Anything else sports wise?
No.
My Cowboys coach gets fired.
Yeah.
Vrabel joins the Patriots. A little bit of noise there, but.
Yeah.
Imagine if we lose, they fire Andy Reid, bro.
I feel like a lot of coaches got fired this year. Like so many people getting fired, so much movement. Do you think that Tom Brady will ever be a coach? Probably not, huh? He was just a quarterback. I don't see him as a coach.
They said that he was gonna be an announcer. I was like, I can't see that.
Yeah, I couldn't see that.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, he's not bad.
He has the voice for it, Yeah. He has the passion behind it. I think Tony Romo is the best in my opinion.
No, announcer? No, it's that one guy.
Him, one of the best is what I'm saying. Like him and Jim Nance.
Jim Nance.
You're thinking of Kevin Harlan, I think his name is.
Jim Nance is he the black guy? The bald guy? Who's the black guy who's kind of chubby and bald? Yeah.
I don't think there is an announcer.
Wait, is that NBA? Am I thinking of the NBA?
Yeah.
The black chubby guy in the NBA?
I don't know who the black chubby guy is.
Man, I'm a Google.
No, we gotta end this.
Okay. You can talk, but I want to know.
How's the
75 days hard going?
Still watching 53 minutes in.
Yeah.
She's what, in day 8?
I'm day 7.
Just quickly,
day 7.
What,
I feel great.
Getting easier, getting harder. How do you feel?
I feel like when I look, when I think ahead, day 30, you know what I mean? It starts to kind of get a little anxious, but I try not to think of ahead. I just try to take it day by day because then I kind of get a little overwhelmed mentally and I'm just no, because I don't want to overwhelm myself and then quit or anything like that.
Quit. That's not an option.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's not an option. But
me and your mom are letting that happen.
Yeah, for real. But yeah. So, but I mean, it just feels routine now. It just feels like it's becoming a habit. It just feels like routine. It's something that I have to do, and you know what I mean. It's not.
I haven't sensed any
laziness or anything. Yeah.
You're happy to go to the gym,
Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. Today I did leg day. Well, every day I do cardio because I have to do 2 workouts. So the first workout I always do cardio, and then my second workout I do some kind of muscle group. So today I did legs. So I did a bunch of squats. I did sumo squats, leg press, and I really enjoyed it. Honestly, it was really nice, and I feel like I see small improvements in the scale. You know, like I lose a pound or you know, or I stay the same. I haven't really gained weight. I just either stay the same or like I lose a pound. I don't see major improvements on the scale, but I like obviously look at my body and I'm like, I see improvements, you know, like my stomach feels smaller, like I feel lighter. I feel like all my whole body is sore, like my arms, everything.
That's good. We're all here rooting for you.
Yeah.
You got this. Can't wait to see the changes that happen after the 75 days.
Yeah.
After that's over, keep it going.
It was crazy because like I've always had like people, you know, I wish I would have like kind of, I don't know, kind of had this like, I guess, awakening earlier in life, because like I had the people around me, like my parents and friends and family, you know, who were always supportive.
Appreciate the call out.
Yeah, always supportive and always like motivating and like trying to, you know, get me to go on a health journey and eat healthy and work out and exercise and promoting good habits and stuff like that. But I never like was like, yes, I need to do this for myself. Like I just didn't care when I was younger. So if you're somebody who's younger and you want to change your habits and you're always thinking of losing weight and stuff, like if you don't have anybody around you giving you advice, take my advice that I'm giving out right now. Whether you're skinny, you're trying to gain weight, or you're trying to lose weight, take the advice. Go to the gym, create healthy habits at a young age. Do it. I know it sucks, but do it, because then you get to an older age. And my mom would always tell me this, like literally verbatim. She would tell me like, you're going to get to an older age and it's going to get harder to lose weight. It's going to get harder. And then eventually you kind of start getting saggy and like, because you get older, and she's like, she always told me, you want to be young in your 20s, looking the best in your life. You don't want to be, you know, 60, 50, looking the best, you know, and that's not how it works.
When you're 60, you don't want that.
Yeah, no, you definitely don't. You want to live a long, healthy life, but at a young age, you know, get into sports, get into good eating habits. Don't snack on fucking hot Cheetos and Takis. Like, don't eat fucking all that greasy food. That shit is so bad. It has so much chemicals for your body. It's literally fucking disgusting if you know what they put in your fucking food. Search it up. Search up what they put in your fucking food. And you will be like, God damn, like, this is why, like, a lot of people in the U.S. are fucking overweight. And if you're not overweight right now and you have bad eating habits, you will be one day. It's going to catch up to you. So don't let that be you. Don't be overweight one day and don't be like, it's not going to happen to me. Because I was like, nah, I'm never going to get to that point. Like, and then you get to that point. So take my advice, bro. Create healthy habits for yourself at a young age, even if it's small shit. Waking up early, hitting a 45-minute workout, you know, signing up for a team sport. Just do it. Just do it. You're going to fall in love with it. And you want to be looking great when you turn 21. You don't want to look fucking overweight. Trust me. You want to be going out there to the club, looking good for the ladies, or looking good for them. You know what I mean? Like looking good for yourself, going out with your girlfriends. You know what I mean? You want to look great. You're in college. You're young. Do it. Create the best life for yourself health-wise that you can. Because I saw this TikTok, and it was actually so cool because it was this girl, and she was like, if you're sad, go work out. Oh, no, she said, if you're sad, go to the gym. If you're hungry, go to the gym. If you're overweight, go to the gym. If you're broke, go to the gym. And it's true, because every time you start a fitness journey, everybody who is successful, they say, their story starts with, I was overweight, I was fucking fat, I was depressed, I had terrible mindset, and then I just decided to flip my life around. I started working out. Everything starts with working out, and then eating healthy, and then the money comes, and the business flourishes, you know what I mean? So that's where it starts, the gym.
Fuck, it really is true.
Yeah, that's where it starts, ladies and gentlemen. So at a young age, get started on those get off the fucking couch. Gym, you have fucking time. You have access. Y'all have fucking YouTube. You have everything in your fucking hand.
Wipe the fucking Cheeto dust off your fucking stomach. Get your fucking workout shoes and get the fuck to the gym.
Literally, bro. And if you don't have enough money for a gym, I'm sure your school has a free gym. I'm sure you have a community rec center where you can go and sign up for a gym. Get your fucking coat on and go run outside, you lazy hoe.
Get your coat on, you lazy hoe.
Literally, get in the fucking middle of the living room and start doing fucking sit-ups. It doesn't fucking matter what you do. Just work out. Do something. Move your body. You move your body, bro. Just do something. Yeah. Do something. I'm just like,
all right, y'all. Hit that like button, that subscribe button. Spotify. That was great, by the way.
That was, yeah.
We'll be back Saturday for the next episode, baby.
Yeah, see you guys Saturday. Peace.